Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast? You wake up, check your phone, rush to work or school, answer messages, scroll through news, and before you know, tithe day is gone. There's noise everywhere. Everyone seems to be running. But no one knows where they're going. And in the middle of this endless race, quiet voice inside whispers, "I just want peace." But where do we find peace in such a busy world? Is it hiding somewhere far away? Or is it something we lost inside ourselves? In a crowded city filled with lights, noise, and people always in a hurry, there lived a young man named Eli. He had a good job, small apartment, and many friends online, but deep inside, he felt something was missing. Every morning he rushed from one task to another, hoping to finally feel happy when the day ended. But every night, he lay awake, tired but restless, wondering why peace always felt so far away. He tried music, movies, and even short trips to escape the noise. But peace never lasted. One evening, while watching cars pass by his window, Eli whispered, "Why do I feel so empty when I have everything?" It was the first time he truly noticed how silent his heart had become in such a busy world. Days turned into weeks, and Eli's tiredness grew heavier. Even when he smiled at work, his eyes showed no light. One morning, he missed an important meeting because he had simply forgotten what day it was. That evening, sitting alone on a park bench, he felt his chest tighten, not from pain, but from pressure. The city lights looked beautiful, yet they made him feel small, like one tiny dot in a world that never stopped spinning. He realized he had been living without truly living. His mind was full of plans, but his heart was empty of peace. As he watched the sky grow darker, Eli thought, maybe peace isn't something I can buy or chase. Maybe it's something I've ignored for too long. That quiet thought became the beginning of his search for real calm. The next day, Eli decided to take a walk outside the city. He followed a quiet road that led to a small hill covered with trees. There, he met an old man sitting under a banyan tree, his eyes calm and his hands resting on his knees. Eli greeted him and sat nearby. After a few minutes of silence, the old man smiled and said, "You look lost, my son. Are you searching for something?" Eli nodded softly. "I'm searching for peace," he said. "But no matter what I do, I can't find it." The old man looked at the wind moving through the leaves and replied, "Peace is not something you find outside. It lives inside you under all the noise, the worry, and the endless thoughts. Sit with yourself and you'll hear it again." Eli didn't fully understand, but those words stayed in his heart like a quiet echo. The next morning, Eli woke up before sunrise. Instead of reaching for his phone, he sat near his window and just listened to the wind, the birds, and his own breath. At first, his mind kept running back to messages, work, and unfinished plans. But he remembered the old man's words, "Sit with yourself." So he stayed still. Minute by minute, something began to change. The noise inside him slowly started to fade. He realized that peace wasn't hiding from him. He had been hiding from peace. Later that day, he walked to the same park where he once felt lost. The cars still honked. The people still hurried, but he saw it all differently now. He noticed a child laughing, a leaf floating in the wind, the golden light touching the buildings. The world hadn't changed, only his way of seeing it had. For the first time in a long while, Eli smiled, not because everything was perfect, but because he finally felt calm inside. Eli began to understand that peace was never about escaping the world. It wasn't about living on a mountain or cutting off from people. True peace, he realized, was being calm even when the world is loud. It's about carrying stillness inside your heart no matter what's happening outside. He learned that when we stop fighting the moment, when we stop chasing, comparing and rushing, life becomes softer. Even the smallest things start to shine. A cup of tea, a kind word, a moment of quiet breath. Peace is not something you build, it's something you uncover, layer by layer, as you let go of what doesn't matter. Eli knew he would still have busy days and stressful moments, but now he had a quiet space inside him that nothing could touch. And that space, that silence, became his true home wherever he went. The world may never slow down, but you can. Peace doesn't come from changing everything around you. It begins when you choose to pause, breathe, and listen to your own heart. Eli's journey reminds us that no matter how noisy life becomes, there is always a quiet place within us waiting to be found. So, take a moment today, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and return to that calm that has always been yours.